so what? Thanks to all you viewers who watch us every week, and thanks also to Channel 31 and Channel 44 for their ongoing support. I'm Carol. Now, in this show, we try to give you some ideas for things that you can do when Australia is out of lockdown. Plus, we try to give some ideas that things that you can do when restrictions are in place. This is a 1 in 100 year event. It's very stressful, and a great way to handle stress is to float. Floating is fantastic for stress and rejuvenating your body. If restrictions don't allow you to float right now, then pop on a bath, some Epsom salts, a candle, some music, and just relax. After the break, yes, you know it, on your feet, join in the 5-minute fitness routine. And then we're going to look at some things to stimulate your brain, things you can do at home. And look at an interesting sport that you can do outside with social distancing. It's crazy times, and one of the things I do when things are crazy is I dance like no one is watching. We haven't done that for some time, so if you're going crazy, get out of the house and dance like no one is watching, and send us your videos. Here we are, Energy for Life, and we welcome back Dr Mychelle Whitewood from the Water Temple. We discussed a lot of the benefits of floating, and today we're going to look more specifically at mental health and sleep. Now, Mychelle has 25 years experience as a doctor in traditional Chinese medicine, and she's an authority from the Water Temple in floating. Hi Mychelle, welcome back to Over 50 So What?
Thank you, Carol. It's great to be back.
Now, a lot of the viewers would have missed the last time you were on the show. Can you just give us a brief overview of all the benefits of floating?
Untold is all I can say to that. But floating is, it's a synergistic effect, because not only are you reducing external sensory input, so you're enhancing your own internal experience of your senses, but you're also lying in magnesium, a high concentration of magnesium sulfate, which is Epsom salts. So you've got immediate relaxation, you've got immediate pain relief, you've got immediate increase in blood flow to the extremities, you've got immediate for a lot of people, it can reduce their level of anxiety. You've got, when you're removing that much stress out of the system, then a lot of other things can happen, and you can reduce pain and improve your recovery after sport, so it helps with injury recovery as well.
Now, magnesium is vital to this process. Can you talk about the benefits of magnesium?
I think magnesium is one of the top, I know it's one of at least the top 10 minerals that the body requires, and it's involved in, say, somewhere between 500 to 800 enzymatic functions in the body. So you're floating in an environment that actually supports on many levels the base functioning of the body.
Now, you're a contributing author to a recent book just coming out, or it's out now.
It's just come out, it's just been released this year.
Floating in the Quiet Darkness. You're asked to present in Beijing at a conference?
Yes, there was the first or second float conference in Beijing, and that was at the Beijing University of Traditional Chinese Medicine. And so we met there and have stayed in contact, and she felt that my experience combining Chinese medicine and flotation therapy would be of an insight and a nice experience to share. So I feel really honoured.
Congratulations, well done. And presenting in Beijing too is pretty amazing.
That was I was very nervous because I'd never done that, and it was to all my peers. And it was about Chinese medicine, and it's strange to present Chinese medicine to all these professors in Chinese medicine. So, Yes, it was a bit surreal.
Now, we're here today to talk a bit about mental health, depression, anxiety, and there's been some studies done about this and how flotation can help.
Ohio Medical College, where there was two gentlemen that are most well known, Thomas Fine and John Turner. They started doing a lot of study on blood pressure and the emotional serenity and the changes that would happen in the body. And then further studies have added on to that.
And also sleep,
Sleep, I love that topic.
Off you go.
Well, I'm not the industry expert on sleep, but there is this other fascinating neuroscientist, Matthew Walker, and in, I think, almost 2018, he actually put out his book on sleeping and how important it is for the body. The most important, one of the 3 pillars of health, actually, to help repair the body. And so what happens when you're floating is that you're actually giving the brain time to rest and reset itself. So when you go into that float environment, you're actually unplugging everything and almost resetting the brain and recharging everything.
For someone sitting at home who just wants it for general health and well-being, and they didn't see the previous session, can you just explain to them, what happens if they're a bit concerned about being closed into a capsule and what you've got in place to help with that?
Firstly, we have very detailed orientation. And secondly, you can leave the door or the lid of the tank open and the lights on. And that really dispels any fear that anyone could have. And even the people that don't feel comfortable in water, the water is so dense that you can't sink. And when the people go, oh, but what happens if I fall asleep in a tank? Well, you're lying on your back, so it's a part of it, and you can't roll over and drown or anything else. And you don't really want to drink the water because it's really bitter.
Yeah, so you've got full control of the lid and the lights.
And you're in a private room, so no one's going to come in unless you call the attendant to come in. So
what are your top tips for someone coming for the first time, for their first float?
Don't drink any alcohol. Try not to have any coffee. If you have eaten, leave an hour between. And I think otherwise just have a light meal so you're not overly hungry. It's really important not to shave or wax because it stings. And obviously for people who dye their hair, you need to leave at least 7 days before so you don't discolor the tanks. So everything's here. People don't need to bring anything. They just need to give themselves the time and be open to an experience. What we've created is a space to hold people, that's why it's sort of like a temple sanctuary, so people can feel comfortable to experience what they've had, whatever that experience is.
Well, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Carol.
We hope a lot more people give it a go.
Well, absolutely, it's worth it.
We do a tap. You can do this even sitting down, but if you can, stand up, tap, and get the arms, and pump the arms down. That's it. Nice beat to the music. Feel the beat. Looking good, feeling better. Now we're going to take a bend and point. The bend, up. That's it. Swing the arms. The bigger you make it, the fitter you get. But you can start off small like this. Oh, go for it. That's it. Swing it. Swing those arms. You can do it. We can do it. Let's do it together. Swing it. All right. Let it go down. Now we're going to go ice skating. Lift the foot at the back. Now imagine that you're skating on a river or skating on a lake. Skating. Here we go. Skating. That's it. Skating. We're going so fast we don't feel the cold. Keep the skating going. That's it. Walking on the spot. So we're going to walk 4 times. How many times? 4 times. And we're going to do 2 bounces. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, bend. 1, 2, 4, push. That's it. Hop, hop. Hop. You want to say hop? Say hop. Hop. Ready? Hop. Okay, walking, we're going to tap the toes again. And we go tap and tap. Get a bit of attitude going there. And pump those arms down, punch it down. Come on, punch it down. That's it. Yeah. Isn't that good? Swing it to the side. Let's go, bend. Okay, you know what comes next? Go for a skate. Lift the foot. Let's skate. That's it. You can do it. We can do it. Coming forward. And skating backwards. And forward. And back. Walking on the spot. And reach. Huh. 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 And tap. Isn't that good? Oh yeah, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Whoa! Give yourself a pat on the back. You did good.
Like me, you've probably been going crazy in lockdown, out of lockdown, in lockdown, out of lockdown. And it's been pretty frustrating, I might tell you, trying to get out and about to film some interesting things for you to watch at home. So today we're going to look at some things for you to do at home when you are not able to get out and about. We're going to take a quick look at a 2D puzzle, a 3D puzzle, and a model that I started working on. And if you don't have any puzzles and games at home, why not ask your children or your grandchildren if you can borrow theirs? Doing puzzles, trying anything new is great for your brain and for any stress that you might be experiencing at this difficult time. But to kick off with, if you're going a bit crazy, why don't you get out of the house on your permitted exercise time and dance like no one is watching. It's okay. And please send us your videos of you dancing like no one is watching.
I don't think anyone wants to get dementia or Alzheimer's, and they want to keep their brain working as much as possible as they get older. Well, here's one puzzle that gets your brain working. There's only 9 pieces in it. You've got the tops and tails of the birds. You would not believe how long it took for this exotic bird puzzle to be worked out. So getting fun puzzles, and ones like this which are to do with nature, it adds another perspective. But we eventually got out the 9 squares by matching the birds' heads and tails. Here's another interesting thing to do when you got some downtime. We found this old Maori Pa kit set where you can make all these different things and build a whole Maori Pa. So I sat down and tried putting together a whare, and I made this little wee whare here, which was painstakingly difficult, with some glue, etc. And I'll show you. I'll just open it up. And you can see this again works your brain, making a kit set. So you end up with a page like this, and you have to try and work how to cut and where to fold and where to glue and how you're going to build this amazing Maori Pa with the meeting house, etc, etc. So just another fun thing to do. Here's another fun puzzle to do, a mandala. This one you can do with your hands, and you create different shapes from this. You can create, here we have a ball. Now we have a bowl with a lid, then we can squish it this way, and we have another kind of a bowl, and then we can pull it out. I'm not going to remember how to do all of them, but just to give you an idea of a fun thing to do while you're sitting there, keeping your brain active. So now you have a little bowl with a lid, and we put this in here, and now we have like a wheel. So there we are, doing something for our brains.
Depending on restrictions, you may be able to exercise with 1 or 2 people outdoors. So why not take a look at Petanque, sometimes called bocce or bull. Now this is an ancient game. It goes back centuries to ancient Egypt and ancient Greece. And in its current form, it's been around since 1910. It's fantastic for social distancing, and you can play it on grass or gravel. So check it out.
So here's another fun game to play. It's called Petanque. And you just throw out a little brown jack, and then you try and get the silver ball as close as possible to the jack. So each silver ball has a marking on it, so you can differentiate. You can play in teams, or you can play one at a time. Of course, there's a limited amount of skill, but because of the nature of the ground. My turn now. So here you can see they're quite well spread out, the ground, they bounce on the grass, etc. But there is one
right next to the jack there, so you can't dispute.
Well, it's all up to you, Sammy.
One Carol.
Over 50, so what? Over 60, so what? Thanks for joining us today. If you want to get organised to try floating with Dr Mychelle from the Water Temple, just go to our website, carolohalloran.com. In fact, any guests you see on the show, you'll find on the website. And when the replays are activated on YouTube, you'll also find the details on YouTube and Facebook. Please, we'd love you to join our Facebook group and let us know how you're keeping yourselves active and motivated. On YouTube, there are plenty of fitness videos to keep you active. So check it out, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Now, get out of the house. Get out of the house. Go for a walk, pop on some music and dance like no one is watching. And yes, please send us your videos. Can't wait to see them. Keep active, keep connected, and take care of each other. I'm Carol, over 50, so what? Thanks for watching our TV show. Be sure to hit subscribe and then you'll never miss an episode. Jump on Facebook, join our group, get in on the fun, fitness, wellness and inspiration. I'm Carol, over 50, so what?